Hello everybody, Jer here with a new Wild Woman Wisdom. So you can see the title of this live is called Would Jesus Give a Bleep? Right? So I have been speaking and talking about this for such a long time now, and I didn't really want to come on and do a live about it because of course it's controversial. Easter, it was just Easter, and so I found myself talking about this even more, which was really interesting. So again, recap the weekend. All of you guys were, having Easter, spending it with family. And so again, I was brought up Catholic. So I know a little bit about, what Easter means and, the resurrection. And so I actually was at my therapist on, I think it was Thursday or Friday. And so we talked about this time, right? Which was the time when, Jesus was in jail. We were talking about where would he be right now in this moment, right? Back in the day. And so that time of day, he was actually probably still in jail, getting beaten, all that type of stuff. And so, it's really interesting because I have always said this with the clients that I'm working with, how many times have we, followed ourselves, our calling, we've done things that we've wanted to do, and, sometimes we're not supported. People don't get it. People don't understand why we're doing the things that we do. And so in a sense, I kind of put that to Jesus's calling, right? So Jesus had this calling. He was summoned to do this work. He was here to, be this person, the savior for people, right? And so again, when I'm talking to my clients, I'm talking to the work that I do with people. And this is one of the topic of this is what being a wild person is. It's about following your intuition, your passion, turning your pain into purpose and using that to service others. That is what we are all here to do, right? So that's what Jesus' calling was. And so when I'm talking to my clients, we all feel the wrath of gossip and people talking about our reputations and people think we're this and people think we're that, and it's like, okay, but nobody understands what your calling is, because that is your specific calling. And so when I talk to my clients, this is something we talk about, and I ask them, do you think Jesus would give two fucks right now? When he was walking his final walk with this big cross that he had to bear, which is your cross, your problems, all of your issues, all of the stuff you're going through. And he's holding this darn thing, right? And he'd been beaten, he'd been all these things. And he's walking down this path of people, and all these people are like, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, oh, you're whatever. And just think about his emotion, the way that he carried himself to that death. People were saying things, throwing stuff at him and criticizing him, ridiculing him. And this man was basically like, Father, forgive them for their sins, for they not know what they do, right? So essentially he had this divine knowing, this calling, this is what I'm supposed to do here in the world. And I don't even care, I feel sorry, I'm such humbled and knowing that this is not about me, this is not about them. And he put those people in, praying for them, because when you know so deeply inside of you that this is your calling, this is what you're supposed to be doing, there is no time for doubts, self-defeating patterns. When people come across you and they're like, oh, you're not doing this, or oh, you're that, or whatever, it's like, no, that has nothing to do with me. And when you can walk through this life with that same attitude, mindset, knowing that you are going to where you're supposed to be going and doing what you're supposed to be doing, how great would that be? And so much of the people that I talk to, they're struggling with things like, feeling so much pressure. They're angry. And so when you think about anger, basically, no person who is healthy and in pleasure and really living their purpose and happy, they're not going to be angry. But it's because you're doing stuff that you don't want to be doing, and you're following things that you don't want to be doing. And if you didn't have to do those things, would you walk with that grace that Jesus walked with, right? Like that knowing of, yes, I'm fulfilling my purpose. And that is what I would suggest to everybody out there, is that you need to get in that grace period of like, I know who I am, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is my purpose, right? And, you know, I feel a lot of people, you know, are talking about, you know, they feel guilty for their decisions, for taking time on themselves, for spending money on themselves, when it's like, no, you know, we are so important. In order for us to fulfill our purpose and serve other people, we have to be taking care of ourselves first. And that's the thing that I would like to suggest to everybody that is on my friends list, everybody that's in my life. You know, I like to encourage you to celebrate yourself. If you've had a little accomplishment, take time to be like, wow, I was working for this for a really long time. Take that time to feel the fulfillment, the contentment, because by doing that, then you will have more of those things in your life. You know, it's really sucky to live in a victimhood. Oh, excuses, it's somebody else's fault. But if you actually took this time to be like, dude, this is my problem. I made this choice for myself. Now I can choose again and choose to live and have a different reality. But that is the thing that you need to choose for yourself. You know, Jesus decided, I'm going to be this and do this thing, and nobody even knows what my purpose here is, but I know. And that's what I'm going to stick to, and that's what I'm going to stay in, knowing that none of this matters. It's the thing that I'm working towards that's going to get me where I'm going, right? So, my viewers, you know, how great would it feel free? How great would it feel to be free, to feel appreciated in the places you go, the relationships that you're in, to feel good inside of your body, right? And to be able to express yourself the way that you want to be expressing yourself, the way Jesus did, right? That's what this is all about, is finding that place where you are content with your life the way you want it to be. But that takes work. That takes determination, dedication. It takes making different choices, having a different reality. But you got to make that choice first, right? So that's what being a wild woman is all about, being a wild person. And, you know, when you feel good, you look good, right? So the very fact that you love yourself and you are doing the things that are fulfilling your cup, making you, and that's on all different realms, that's intellectually, emotionally, physically, you know, all of those different ways that you need to fulfill yourself, you have to be doing that work for yourself. And if you're not, and you're going around feeling guilty, feeling pressure, you've lost yourself, that's on you, brothers and sisters. You know, that's you got to do that work for yourself. And that is one thing that I am really dedicated to helping my clients with. If you need help with that, if you want to, you know, have gratitude for the choices that you're making, and you want to make a difference, you want to feel godly and holy in this world the way Jesus did, that took work, and that took dedication and willpower, and knowing that you can have the life that you desire. And if you need help with that, that's what I'm here for. So reach out to me, let me know. Yeah, because I mean, it's just so great, you know, when you are doing the things that you want to be doing, you feel a heck of a lot different than you would when you're blaming and you're not taking responsibility for yourself, you know. And so again, you know, when Jesus was walking his final walk, when he was on the cross, you know, he had this knowing, and he was so immersed in that he didn't care, right? So to me, he didn't give two fucks, because he knew what he was here to do, and he fulfilled his purpose. Now my question is to you is, are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you living life fully, or are you living in autopilot, just going through the motions like everybody else? You know, what is it going to take for you to make those changes in your life? And if you want to talk about that, if you need help with that, that's what I'm here for. That's the work that I do with my clients. I would love to help you, have a conversation with you, and give you some pointers. But the first step is, you know, realizing, hey, I'm not really happy here, right? And are you willing to be happy? Are you willing to do what is required to be happy, right? So yeah, I would love for you guys to reach out to me. And I look forward to coming on another live. Let me know if you guys liked this video with some hearts and likes and thumbs up. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited to be able to share the day with you guys and come on. All right, thank you guys so much. Lots of love. See you. Bye.